J Drone here. This is JJRC H97. This is going to be a full flight review, full battery test. This is a fully charged battery in it, and kind of a wind flight review too. We have probably like 6 to 7 mile an hour wind on and off here. And as you can see, we smacked the tree there, recovered, no issues. Again, if you hit something throttled down, you can recover, as you just saw right there. The review I did prior to this was an RTF flight. RTF flight does not mean if it cannot fly RTF, it's a junk quad. This was not ready to fly out of the box. This flew maybe a whole 20 to 30 seconds. It was shipped from China. Who knows how long it took to ship from China, if customs got a hold of it and whatnot. So there is a possibility it was RTF, but if you're buying it from China, J-Drone's saying it is not an RTF drone. You're going to want to charge the battery and then go for a flight, because a half a minute is definitely not an RTF flight. As you can see, guys, this does have a kind of crazy merry-go spin. If you hold right for it to start spinning to the right, and if you hold that for like 2 to 3 seconds, it's going to go into that, and it's going to continue to do that merry-go-round spin. The way you get out of that merry-go-round spin is by pressing down on your right stick. So your right yaw stick. Start going in that merry-go-round, press down on it, it'll stop. So be aware of that. If you're doing funnels, I'm pretty sure if you try to do continual funnels, it'll also go into that as well. So definitely be aware of that. As you can see, it's a nice flipper, it's a nice barrel roller. Has zero issues here. We are in wind. I believe there's a 600 mAh battery in this. Nice JJRC label over top of it. As you can see, there's a close call towards the ground there, but no issues. This has very responsive controls coming from the controller to the quad itself. I'm throttling up and pushing down. It's going up and the nose is down, and if I let go of that throttle, it goes towards the ground and nosedive, and I'm able to recover instead of nosediving. As you can see here, wind's kind of pushing it that way a little bit, but we're able to fight back. There's zero issues there. JJRC is a good name. If you haven't heard of JJRC, I'm sure you're familiar with SEMA. That's kind of the body style we have here, the X5 body style. I don't have landing gear on here, guys. The reason I don't have landing gear on is because, one, I don't intend to land. I'm either going to burn the battery out until it hits the ground to get a full flight time, or if I don't have landing gear on, a lot of times I'll catch it, but trying to do a full battery test on this, I'm probably going to burn the battery out and let it hit the ground. The build quality of this seems good. Seems if it drops from that height even higher, hits the ground, it's probably going to be okay. Another reason why I don't have that landing gear on, and the final reason I don't have that landing gear on, it did come with the camera. I don't have the camera on it. I'm not recording. A lot of the time they give you landing gear is to protect the camera, is so you can stabilize that gyro when you are calibrating the drone, and you have room underneath it for the camera not to get in the way from it being level. I don't have the camera on. I was able to bind the controller to the quad and calibrate the gyro on an even surface without the legs on it. So, and there's your merry-go-round spin. You've seen it kind of did one rotation, another rotation, and went right into it. It will continue to do that, and if the wind takes it, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to be able to stop it, figure out your orientation, and bring it back, just as I did. If you're not good with orientation, be careful with that, because once it gets up so high and it's just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and you finally figure out how to stop it, there's a good possibility you're not going to be able to see those green blades or those white blades and figure out what your front is and what your back is. So do take note of that. That is a pretty cool feature. I mean, you just hold right for like 2 to 3 seconds, then you can let it go and it's going to do that crazy spin. A lot of them that have that crazy spin is you constantly holding right, and as you can see, I was able to pull out of it pretty quickly there. That's just pressing down on the right stick. Right now, guys, we're pushing about 5 minutes. We hit the 6-7 minute mark. We're around the average flight time. We go into 7.5, 8 minute mark, we're doing really well, and if we hit 9 to 10 minutes, this is a great great quad. Great manufactured quad without upgrading the battery. As you can see, it's getting windier here. But this is having zero issues flying against it. So is this a wind quad? I'm going to stamp it as a wind quad. If you're a new flyer, should you be flying this in wind? No. Put your propeller guards on and fly inside. I don't have propeller guards on either. Why don't I have propeller guards on? Well, one, I trust myself as a flyer, and two, I don't think propeller guards work that well outside. I think there are more tree hangers than propeller guards. A lot of times you'll see me with a quad that doesn't have propeller guards on it kind of smack a tree or hit a tree, and it's able to bounce off, or it just downs itself and hits the ground. If you have propeller guards on, they're going to hook to the tree, and if it's up high enough, you're going to be climbing a tree. Or as one of my friends said, they got a drone stuck so high up in the tree, or it wasn't a drone, it was a RC airplane. They got an RC airplane stuck so high up in the tree, and they wanted their RC airplane, and they cut the tree down. That's pretty hardcore. I'm definitely with it. I hit the ground there because I was trying to do manual flips. I still haven't figured out how to do that precisely. There is a way to do manual flips with these that you're not hitting the stunt button up, down, left, or right for your barrel rolls or your front or back flips, that you kind of kill throttle, pitch forward, and then pull backwards or something. I haven't been able to figure it out yet, so that's what that down was. But as you see, hit the ground and I was able to throttle back up. No issues, no landing gear, no issues. And this thing's flying. This is definitely a fun flyer. If you're in the market for a drone to learn off of, this was pretty cheap. Durability's good. Want a camera? I haven't tested the camera yet, but they did come with the camera. This might be the way to go. I'm showing you it does well in 7 to 8 mile an hour wind here. Zero issues, and not just on a level plane here. You've seen me go up and over the trees and fly backwards. You've seen me do a merry-go-round up and over the trees and figure out orientation and fly backwards. So this is definitely I'm stamping this. I'm double stamping this. J-Drone double stamp. It's up in the sky again. We're gonna fight against the wind to bring it back. I'm double stamping it already, regardless of what the camera is, because I really didn't buy this for the camera. I bought this basically for flyability, basically for the drone, for a fun drone, for an acrobatic drone, for a drone that I can fly in the wind. And as you can see, it flips and barrel rolls very nicely and recovers very nicely in the wind. The wind is blowing to the left of the screen, and this is having zero issues with it. Very fun drone. And right now, guys, we're pushing the 8-minute mark. We're above par. We're above par on manufacturer batteries time duration. Again, like I said, 6 to 7 minutes is about average. You get 7.5 to 8 minutes, you're doing really well. That's a good battery, and anything over that is basically superb from the manufacturer. A lot of times I have to get aftermarket batteries just to hit that 9-10 minute mark with the quad. This is seeming, what, we're close to 8.5 minutes right now. I could only think, I mean, it came with a 600 mAh. Put an 850 in this. Is this going to hit 15 minutes? Is it going to hit 20 minutes? It's already at almost freaking 9 minutes here on the manufacturer's battery. We're past 8.5 minutes here, and we're down. I'm JJRC. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and have a wonderful day.